the white Haha, this should work. Hi everybody, nice seeing you. It sounds somehow strange. I can hear myself in headphones and it doesn't sound, it sounds like I'm in a barrel or something. I'm not sure what's going on with the sound. Let me look here downstairs. Hey, Aaron, nice seeing you here. Congrats on the video. Congrats on the video. I don't think that I ever had in a week 10k views for a single video, so congrats. Not that I'm that good in videos, but congrats. So yeah, that's the only thing that I didn't update now. Not everything went according to plan, so the mic was updated, the camera I think updated itself, something else updated, but I'm having a bit of issue. Let me share main screen. So yeah, connection loss. This is my recording setup, and I do all the testing and recording here. And oh, it looks like it maybe have. Let's check. So nope. Okay, so we will have I didn't intend this to be troubleshooting video, but hey, we can see how you troubleshoot home assistant installation. So let me go back to that. I want to ignore this screen for a couple of minutes. So how's everybody doing? Vacations are done. Somebody's still going on a vacation, somebody didn't go to vacation. I returned about 10 days ago, so yeah, 2 weeks already, almost full weeks. Johnny. Yeah, I have story about that. I will come back to that in a bit. So yeah, I arrived last Saturday, no, week before this one on Saturday. We had public holiday on Monday, so 4 days of work, then back to the weekend, then full week, something like that. It's all mixed up in my head. You have 2 on order though. Okay, so Rome. Yeah, I was in Toscana about, I think, last week of July or 3rd week of July. I was there. It was like from 32 to 38. A couple of my friends just returned from Naples. It was 38. So yeah, it was pretty hot in Italy. It is pretty hot in Italy. Yeah, and I'm back to work. And by the way, I don't know if any one of you is so interested into Minecraft and maybe is watching Minecraft creators. I really like watching guys from the Hermitcraft server. A lot of them, Tangotech, Ito, Grian sometimes. So I watch a lot of them when I have time, and I really want to express my condolences because TFC died, I think 4 or 5 days ago. So he was one of the creators from the Hermitcraft server at the age of 63. Yeah, really sorry to see him go. And that's one of the bad news. On Thursday, my colleague in the office had a heart attack. He has 4 stents now. We still do not know how is he recovering, whatever. So yeah, so it's been a bit. Yeah, Roland, nice seeing you. Naples, nice. So yeah, weekend, this weekend finally I don't have anything to do. Last weekend we had a lot of stuff to do, so yeah, I'm still in post-vacation mode. For the first week my brain was completely offline. Thank God most of my clients were also on the vacation and still are on the vacation, so there wasn't that enough, there wasn't that much work, I think. Yeah, but I think on first day when I returned from the holidays, I had one security incident, level 1 incident, so that wasn't fun to deal with on the first day, yeah, when you return from the holidays, but everything was sorted. It was not as a big a problem as we at first thought it would be. So yeah, everything was sorted out. So let's see who's here. I forgot to say hi to you all. Johnny, nice seeing you. Nice seeing you as always on the stream. Ian, hi. Daniel, nice seeing you. Mark, instead of hey, it's May. May Mark. Hey Mark. Yeah, my brain probably will not work. Rian and Volant. Okay. Yeah, it's. I think that from the next week, my clients will start, or customers will start returning. So it will be a bit of steep curve. I had to write one proposal or offer for one of my customers, and he requested a bunch of equipment. And for 3 days, I just simply couldn't count things. For example, he said, okay, I need connection between 2 servers. So I need SFPs and fiber optic cable, this type. 4 pieces. Then I need for another servers, SFP type, these cables like this. And he had, I don't know, just 4 or 5 items on the list. And I got prices from my back office. And I was looking, I said, okay. So if he says that he needs 1 bundle, is that 1 bundle only 1 SFP, or does he have 2 SFPs for this to work? And I was like postponing this very simple offer for 3 workdays, I think, because I simply could not compute in my head how many SFPs you need to connect to servers. So I was really offline. My brain was really offline. Yeah. So the plan for today is, let's see if this has started here. Looks like not. I really don't know what's going on here. So plan for today is, first of all, I mentioned on my Discord server, and I think I mentioned on Twitter, I will be having a 3-year anniversary of the channel in September, 8th of September, I think, or 9th. 8th of September was the day when I released first video, I think. So I will be making giveaways. One is offline, so unfortunately not a lot of you will be able to participate in that one. I'm also organizing meetup in September in Zagreb here. I think that I have about 13 people already in the list, which is, you know, great, because it's more than just me myself sitting somewhere. So there will be, I believe that it will be up to 20 people, definitely not more than 20 people here. So yeah, as I said, I will be making one giveaway there. I just received 1 box last week, which I don't even want to unbox. It's great, but I already have it, so I decided to just we will think of something. We will think of something, Johnny. So I will be putting that item there. You will all see pictures. I hope that I will be able to take some pictures and create some kind of video of that meetup, but yeah, we will see. And I'm here in October, maybe not the last week of October. If all goes according to plan, on the last week of October I will be taking my youngest daughter, and we will be off to London for 3-4 days. I still have to see if everything will line up correctly, so I will be in with my daughter in London for 3 or 4 days, or 3 nights or 4 nights. I don't know. We will see how everything goes, but I will be all the other days in Zagreb. Hi Horst, nice seeing you. Long time no see. So yeah, for that, by the way, that will be I received from Switchbot 1 additional humidifier, and I love it, but I really do not need to have 2 humidifiers, so I will be giving that 1 big giant box, which is a Switchbot humidifier that works via the Bluetooth and the cloud, although I still haven't tested the Bluetooth connection with the new version of Home Assistant, if it's local or not, because it's now summertime here, the humidity is too high even without humidifier, so I still have to test that one. Just give me a second. Something is off with my headphones. I want wavelength, and I need to switch it here. Okay, this is much better, but now okay, now I can hear the music, but I cannot hear myself anymore, so that's better. So yeah, that one giveaway will be for the meetup in Zagreb. The second giveaway will be for all those wonderful people that are supporting me and are YouTube channel members. Let me see. I have stuff here on the desk, so let me. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on desk. So not this, not this, not this, not this, but I think so. This switchboard camera. This watering device, Zigbee, the lock and the keypad, although I still have to record video on that, so if I don't manage to record video before, I will record video and then ship whatever. So everything is here. And of course, there will be giveaway for this Synology, and I think that I already know the winner. So this is Synology DS120J. This is one disc device, so yeah, you only can put one disc. This is J. This is the least expensive or cheapest Synology device. This is brand new device. It hasn't been opened or powered, so it's like brand new Synology device. So these things here will go to channel members. Let me get this out of the way. Ugh. Oh, it's heavy. And no, this one not. I'm still. We can talk a bit later on about this one. This will not be in a giveaway because, yeah. So one prize will be this smart switch. The other prize, I think this is the kit. This goes together. This is the S-Mate and Mini. I think those two are second. Third one will be this Ever Smart Relay. I think this is the Zigbee version. So I did a video on this one. Then there will be another one which is Ever, but this one is Wi-Fi version, but HomeKit Wi-Fi version. This should work also with Home Assistant. I didn't test this one. Then we have Shelly 1, which is a 16 amp Wi-Fi relay. Then we have Shelly Plug S, and also we have one Espressif module. So these things here will be going in a third giveaway. Oh yeah, and this Gladopter, this is no neutral Zigbee module. It's compatible with the Zigbee to MQTT. I don't know if it works with ZHA. So yeah, these are some of the prices. I think next week I will be also receiving one additional box with some of the goodies inside, and I hope that I will be able to get something else also for this giveaway. Hey Ian, thank you for becoming a YouTube channel member. So there are a couple of things that will be I will be changing from the September. So this is my 3rd year anniversary, and I don't know how to So there will be a different way on how I will rate devices. So I've been thinking about it for some time now. In the future, each time a video starts, if I don't do reviews. So I don't do reviews. I cannot tell you, for example, look at this. It has a nice, beautiful, whatever inch display from whatever. Touch screen is multi-point or single point, and I know it's 20 centimeters by 20, or no, it's not 20. Men think that this is 20, but it's not. Sorry. I don't do stuff like that. I don't know how to. I don't care about that stuff. If I receive device, the only thing that interests really me is to have it hooked up to Home Assistant and see if A, it can be hooked up to Home Assistant, B, if it's working good in Home Assistant, and C, is it really worth buying or not? Something, for example, like this NS Panel Pro. So when in the future, when I will be starting my videos, when I will be finishing my videos, I will give the devices, just a second. Mirta? Oh, okay. So there is yeah, I was thinking on how to make this more fun, because I like doing fun stuff. If I don't do stuff that's fun, then I don't do stuff. So if anything becomes too serious, I'm just not interested in that much. I like new stuff. I like playing with stuff. And when we were walking in Italy, I think it was in Firenze. So when we were in Firenze, we went to one shop which is near the center, and I've seen something, and I said, "Oh my God, I have to buy that." Hope you see it. This is the real stamp for the seals, and this is the wax. So from now on, if any device is good, it will really receive a stamp of approval. So I will be something like let's say like Home Assistant Crew has started that works with Home Assistant program, which I think really is a great idea, because it can help you decide if device is worth going, or are there any better devices or something like that. So so I bought so I've seen this, it has initials BT, and I said I have to get that one. And if device is working locally, if it's 100% supported by Home Assistant, those devices will receive official stamp of approval. So yeah, I know it's been sitting here. I cannot keep a lot of things hidden, but this has been sitting for almost a month now, and I'm so happy about it. I wanted to do something fun, but I also wanted to help all of you see if the device really is up to the standard that we all want. For example, yeah, there are devices that work great, but are cloud-based devices. There are devices that look great and the idea is great, but I cannot recommend them. At this point, it would just be unfair from me. So that's why I decided I want to help everybody easily identify his device, what most people want or not. So yeah, that's the general idea. Horse, sorry, I've seen your message. Did you change your MQTT sensors according to the new style? I'm struggling with my sensors during the conversion. conversation of my switches did work to conversion probe. Sorry, yeah, I did. That was the only you see, Mark, you see where it's going. Sorry, I did have a couple of switches. I converted them all, and they are currently working okay. The conversion was pretty simple. As far as I remember, we can have a look at it. Just give me a second first. Let's see what's going on here. Oh. Okay, I'm dumb. I don't read. Sorry. Let me change screen. Give me a second. Please. So, you said MQTT. Okay, mainstream and warning. This one here. So it is under where were they? What was that? Oh yeah, it's here. It's in the integrations because it was moved from the sensors to MQTT, and this is it. So I have now MQTT as an integration, which it is a bit strange because now you have, previously MQTT was configured only via the YAML file. Now you configure MQTT exclusively via the UI. But this is still the MQTT integration configuration, which should be either in a configuration YAML file or in my case in a separate file. So what I did is I had binary sensors, and this one is that binary sensor, and then I had sensors. So each one of them was previously, platform MQTT, then this information here. Now I've just copied and moved everything to the single file. I don't like it because I try to keep everything in a separate file, but that's it. But yeah, Horst, just drop it on the Discord server and we can have a look there. So yeah, by the way, how is everybody? Is everybody happy with the new version or August version of the Home Assistant? I really love the Bluetooth. Aaron is here, and Aaron is part of the Home Assistant Creators Network, which I'm really glad to be. There are also some things that we cannot mention until beta starts, because when the beta starts, it will be public, because yeah, you can download and install it. But there will be some awesome changes also coming in the. I don't know if it's coming in the version 9 or maybe later, but there are some awesome changes for the next release. So we were really happy because we were able to see some of the changes to the Bluetooth before the official release, and it was really great. It's come to the point where you don't have to. I watched from Brian's video today. He released video on smart home and hubs, and he was talking about Home Assistant. I don't 100% agree with everything he said, but he's close enough. So Home Assistant is for people that like Linux and that do not have issues with typing the commands. Bluetooth was more that way, but it wasn't the experience of using Bluetooth wasn't what I would really love. So for example, I had my Mi Scale, I still have my Xiaomi Mi Scale hooked up to Home Assistant via the ESP, and it required code. It required you to first find the device, then do the integration for that specific device, pull the MAC address or whatever. Now it has become, I would say, Bluetooth is becoming same thing as Zigbee or Z-Wave. It's just one of the radio protocols that allows you to add devices. And in the future, when more devices will be supported, it's really, streamlined experience. I'm glad. Ian, you're right. No, you cannot do separate file hosts. It's all in the same file. Maybe that was your issue. You have to have it under MQTT. In theory, you could use load here and try to load the contents of the folder, but I simply decided to simplify this, so I have it all in one file. Ian, what the guys in on the developers said on the stream, this is something that we knew from before, so it's not anymore privileged information or something like that, and they are working on that so that the ESP32 devices, part of the ESP Home ecosystem, so not for Tasmota, but if you have ESP Home, if you flash ESP Home, those ESP32 devices that have Bluetooth on themselves will themselves be able to pick up those devices. As far as I know, it will not be released in version 9. I may be mistaken. It will probably be up in the release 10 of Home Assistant. Mark, well, for me, I don't see that big difference. I don't see that big difference in load times between the previous. I think that was it version 7 that has that improvement, but my load times and reload times have shortened down. I did some basic tests, just stopwatch testing. I didn't go into logs, and I think it's a bit shorter on my main setup. My recording setup is currently completely messed up, and it's been acting up strange for last couple of weeks, but it looks like it completely finally died. So yeah. Johnny, if you are still here, let's talk about yellow. So when yellow was announced, I said that I don't know if I will be buying. I find that device very interesting, but as I already have 5 working Home Assistances. I think 2 are running on Raspberry Pis and 3 are running on Synology. And if I would have yellow, I would hook it up and it would be also running 24/7. So, but on the other hand, I really haven't had issues with my main setup. It's running perfectly on Synology in a virtual machine. So I really didn't have any reason to get the yellow, and even the guys from the development team that worked on the yellow, or the amber as it was previously known, said that it would be au pair with the blue, and it's almost the same as running it on the Raspberry Pi 4. There are some big differences. There are some big differences between the yellow and the blue, and yellow and the Raspberry Pi. So I said I'm not going that way. But in June, the guys from Home Assistant team said, okay, listen, we have a couple of extra devices that we used for testing. When testing, meaning the test batches that they produced. So these are the first devices that may still have some quirks that were later on fixed. They said if it would be okay if we sent. Sure. Who wouldn't say, yeah, I really would like to get one and see one and feel one and test one. So I said yeah, and that device arrived in Zagreb post office on 1st of July. I still don't have it. There were a couple of failed attempts of delivery, although as far as I know, the delivery even wasn't attempted. So it sat in Zagreb warehouse for 2 weeks. After that, it was returned back to them. It was lost, which the guys really were not happy, because it contained compute module, Raspberry Pi compute module, which are, very hard to get. So they lost one CM4 module. I didn't get the yellow. So I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. Then they said that if it returns, they will ship me back the device. Then after a couple of weeks of everything failing, they said, listen, we will just send you new one whenever this one arrives good. If not, yeah, we lost the CM module, so somebody is having an unobtainium device now. From the tracking number, it looks like the yellow has arrived in Zagreb, in a post office on Friday. It was received there. Hopefully, if it doesn't fail once again, I will have it on Monday, Tuesday. And I'm really looking forward to, because of the... Oh, Pedro, nice seeing you. And Andrea, I almost missed you. Hi, nice seeing you, and good work or good job on that recovery process you managed to sort out. So I'm not sure what kind of video I will be doing on the yellow. I do want to test it. I do want to compare it with both Raspberry Pi 4 running Home Assistant, and also Synology Virtual Machine running Home Assistant. But I know that probably a lot of you are sick already of the yellow videos, because by now everybody received one, almost everybody received one from the content creators, and there are tons and tons of videos. I think that I have to check a couple of things with the devs first. Why is yellow a bit more intriguing than the Raspberry Pi or Synology? Because of the hardware configuration. Hey Mario, pozdrav! Welcome. Raspberry Pi is independent hardware developer, so is the whatever hardware you're using for the virtual machine or something similar. This one hardware is controlled by the Home Assistant team, and they are preparing the ability to, or they have already prepared the ability. So this updates thing that you have seen, I don't know if anybody is, I know a couple of you are following me on Twitter. 2 days ago, with the newest release of Home Assistant, I received notification that my MikroTik is not running the latest firmware, and I did update both MikroTik, and also I updated firmware and router boot OS. So those two things were updated. Those things were added because of the yellow, because now they not only have to update and keep clean the code for Home Assistant, but they also need to update the lower level, for example, for the Matter or for the Zigbee control. So they have gone into the firmware business. So I don't know if you know about this when they mentioned it on the stream they had a couple of weeks ago. So one of the reasons they went into the firmware business, and they are now managing also firmwares for some Z-Wave devices and ZHA devices, is because they have to do the same thing, because you now have the ability, or you will have the ability to update firmware on the yellow through Home Assistant, because they need to be able to update firmware for the Matter standard. So that's one of the things that I really want to see and test, and it looks awesome. This, in effect, may bring the ability to update for example, this Son of Stick in the future directly from Home Assistant, because when they already have prepared all the things in the Home Assistant to update their own firmware, who knows, maybe. And I'm not saying that maybe, just maybe, because maybe they didn't say it, but they said that they could go that route. So this yellow did really bring a lot of changes on how Home Assistant is looking at the whole ecosystem of everything. Hey, Zemla. Yeah. Don't worry, for me everything is going wrong today, so if there is no YouTube notification, I got one for my stream, so yeah. So that's why I really don't know what I will do with the yellow. I know that I will test it. I'm not sure in what direction I will be making videos. I had a couple of ideas of making, what can you do with the yellow? For example, yeah, I will not be telling you spoilers about that one, but I had idea on maybe seeing for what else can yellow be used. But on the other hand, I don't want to remove capability of running Home Assistant from that. So who knows? Maybe at the end I will move my recording setup from Synology virtual machine to the yellow, which is also, I think, great idea. Okay, so okay, let me close this. For all of those that haven't been here from the start, and from all those that missed, what's going on here? Let's see. Yeah, it's not working. I have to test it. I stole your code. Well, the first time you created the code, I stole it, and I also created one for the Twitch notifications, but I have to check what's going on. So, by the looks of it, my recording setup is running. All the addresses internal for the Docker and external, or my internal IP network address, are working. And it even now is responding. Let's see. I think I have to. So something is going on with my recording setup. If nothing else, channel beta, okay, Docker is okay, features, reboot, shutdown, service, network, host, time. Let's try and see what is. I can type supervisor info. Wait, boot latest. Okay, the supervisor is at the latest version. HAOS info. Let's try and update the. Or is the Home Assistant OS version 8.5 beta version, or is it release version? Give me a second. Let's see it here. System. I must say that I'm having issues with finding things in the new menu system. It takes a couple of minutes for me to find things. So OS information is in the about. Nope. Operating system 8.5 is beta version. Yeah, Ian, Johnny, I think, posted it on the Discord server, so there is that. Similar, I have two setups. One which is 415 plus, which is now 7 years old, it's my recording setup. It was mine setup previously, but it's currently recording setup. I did pump up the RAM. I have in that one 10 gigs of RAM, and but my main setup is 920 plus, which was generously given to me by the Synology, which, yeah, they promise some more cooperation in the future. I haven't seen any of that, so yeah. But they gave me 920, and I installed additional 16 gigabytes of RAM, so it has 20 gigs total. It's unofficial, of course. I think that maximum RAM for all those devices is either 6 or 8 gigs, but it can work with 20 gigs, so in that one it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, John. Yeah. Hey, Luis. Nice seeing you. Long time no see. So, let's see what's going on here. Let's see if I can. I don't want to update OS because this update, if it really exists, latest version 8.5, I think it is the beta version, and maybe it can fix things. Let's see. Home Assistant OS release notes. OS. I want to go to GitHub. I want to go to GitHub. Let's see. Operating system 8.5. 4 days ago, Home Assistant synchronous time, build, load, contain images, descending by size, bump, build root to fix race condition, build, bump, build root. Okay, Linux kernel. I don't know if this can help or not. So it looks like this is a release version and not the beta version. So let's try and host HAOS update. Block system is not running. Core. Okay, HA core. So there is always backup. I do have latest backup is a couple of days ago, so I can pull the latest backup and recreate new VM, so that's no issue. But if I can avoid it, I would really much like to avoid that one. Audio intro, blah blah blah. It really doesn't say anything. What options we have for HA core? Check. No. Info logs, options, rebuild, restart, stats. So by the looks of it, it's working. HA supervisor. Wow. Okay. I cannot scroll here. HA supervisor prepare. Oh, by the way, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Spar S Budget Energy Cola this time. So let's see if this will do anything. Oh, Alan, you missed. Alan is one of the guys that will probably be coming to the meetup in Zagreb, and he is one of the candidates for the giveaway there. Yeah, I have stocked up on my S-Budget energy drinks. This one is cola. I was a couple days ago in the Spar, so I got that one. It's working for the VM. So it's okay. So it's. Let me take a step back. My recording setup is running DSM 7. Whatever. My main setup is running DSM 6.2. something. So on that system I don't have Docker, and I do have Docker, but I don't have Home Assistant Docker installed. Docker is installed on the test setup, which is 415 plus, which is running DSM-7, and I do have working setup there for the Zigbee USB devices in the Docker. For the virtual machines, you can see it here. This one, which is currently in I don't know what state. It has, I think, 2 devices hooked up to it. Xinjiang Electronics. So this is, I think, Sonoff. Come on. Yeah, it's a Sonoff Zigbee 3.0 USB dongle plus V2 or E version. So this is not the E version, is replacement for this I think really good and cheap Sonoff 3.0 USB stick. Since they cannot get any more chips that go here, come on, they have replaced the chip and created version E of the stick. So that's the one stick I have that, and it's working inside Home Assistant. It's passed through for virtual machine. And the second one here, Cambridge Silicon Radio, this is the TP-Link 400 model, which is officially not recommended for Home Assistant, but it's working great. So I don't have any issues with the Zigbee sticks and with this Bluetooth device. For the Zigbee devices, I did download drivers from the Jadahl whatever website, and if you need drivers, here are the drivers for DSM-6 but also DSM-7. You just have to select the platform or the processor type you are using, and then you can pull the drivers. Each of the folders has a README that tells you how to install the drivers, and that's it. I did make also a couple of videos in regard to these. And by the way, if anybody is running Home Assistant on Synology on DSM version 7, don't forget to copy and make a backup of this folder, because this site sometimes goes offline for prolonged periods of time. So for example, it doesn't work for 2-3 weeks. Yeah, so who is going to the university? Nook is great. I did have my I still have to. I did fix my Intel Nook, but I didn't fix it. I had a fan failure inside the Nook, which would then overheat the CPU, which would then shut down itself to prevent any damage. So I fixed that part. I replaced the CMOS battery. Oh, yeah. Mine will be 18 in couple of months, and she's last year of the high school this year, so next year university. Oh, Cuba, nice! Congrats! Hey, Ed. By the way, Ed, yes, if all goes according to plan and if I finish the stream on time, and if anybody is on stream here, they will be automatically redirected to your stream. So hope this works. I had, by the way, one idea about that, but we will talk offline. So where was I? Let's see if anything has changed here. No, it's stuck at yeah. Good thing is that most probably she will go to university here in Zagreb. Bad thing is that probably she will never leave our home. I'm just kidding. So no. We did have a couple of talks with her about options where she can go to the university, and she decided that she wants to go to university here. So she will be staying in Zagreb as far as it stands now. But those are things can change. Yeah, anytime. So it looks like this one is not working. Yeah. I love my girls. They're great. You know, small kids, small problems, big kids, big problems, but each of them is special in their own way. So I'm really looking forward to, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, my youngest one has never been to the UK, so I really am looking forward to go for a couple of days in the UK. I think I was 13 years old when my parents, shoved me on an airplane and sent me to summer school in UK to learn English. And I was on my own, so my oldest daughter, she also was shoved, a leg in the ass in the aircraft when she was, I think, 13. But she had, I think, one of friends from her elementary school, because she was at the time elementary school. She went with friend with elementary school, so she had a company, she knew. And this younger one, my princess and me will be visiting British Museum, Science Museum, Natural History Museum. I told her I have to get her to Hamleys to see the store there, because that was store of my childhood. And we have so many things that we want to visit in London, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Yes, Kuba, I am from Croatia. Yep. Teme, nice seeing you. The gang is here. The gang is here. Lego store. Yeah, she will prepare the list. She's very, methodical. She will do all the things. It is, but they have so awesome museums. And by the way, Alan, you know where I'll be sleeping, of course. Yeah, it will definitely be fun. It will definitely. I was working, when I was working in another company, our primary vendor, or the company that we worked most of our projects with, was Unisys, and they had headquarters in London. So I traveled a couple of times a year. So I was really a lot of times in the London up till, I don't know, 2018 or something like that. I haven't been in the UK for 3 or 4 years, so I'm really also looking forward to go to there. Now, let's see what's the experience now when we are out of the EU. I also loved, I don't know what's happened with it. Is it any good anymore? Because I was a kid at that time when I've been into the it's called Dungeon of London or something like that, museum, which is like, tortures and things like that. I do love planes. I do love planes. Oh, Luis. Yeah. It's bad. I've seen message today. I didn't respond to it on the YouTube. Somebody saying that the item isn't shipped to the UK. I had the same problem. I wanted to order some of the stuff from the UK, and I was able to order it, but handling and imports and everything were like, no way I'm ordering anything from the UK. It's shame. It's really shame. On the other hand, let's put it like that. If majority decided to do that, who knows? Maybe majority one day will decide the opposite and get back into the EU, or maybe in a couple of years we will not have the EU anymore. So yeah, who knows? We will see. Oh, nice. By the way, Ian, if you are in Zagreb, just drop me a line on Discord, anything. I really would be glad to see you. So yeah. What I want to say, Luis. Okay, so gas meter project, and this is something that Pedro made a suggestion on Discord a year ago. I have everything for that project, but I was looking for. I was trying to find easier method to do it, but at this point I've given up on all the other tries that I've made, and I think that I will be making a video probably in September on the ESP cam and the gas meter, because as I said, everything else that I tried with analog meters, yeah, it just failed. Unfortunately, also my meter, you know, here in this region in Croatia, but also in countries nearby, people always want to try to find a way to cheat the system. It's like national hobby or something like that. And on the other hand, the companies that provide utilities then have to employ some other technologies to protect themselves from those people that try to cheat the system. And it turns out that we have upgraded versions of the gas meters that have anti-magnetic whatever on them, so that you cannot, for example, stop the rotation of the gas meter. But this, on the other hand, also interferes with the read sensors to read the magnets inside the gas heater. So that didn't go, yeah, as I wanted to go. So that's why I will be creating that video. I'm still trying to find out to see if I can find something that's, you know, it's like NSP panel, which, by the way, I may also give this NSP panel. This one I didn't. This one I bought myself. I didn't receive from Sonop. Just so you know, this one was purchased by me on the Kickstarter. After a couple of months, they offered to send me one. I said, "Don't listen, guys. Don't send me, because I have one here, which, if we look, still has so-called Frank protection on it. So the film is still here. It hasn't been plugged in to the outlet. So it's brand new device. But it's, if I want devices that can be hooked up to Home Assistant. I'm sorry that I cannot, my recording setup is not working, and I'm just chatting here. I'm not doing anything. I'm bad BeardedTinker, bad BeardedTinker. HA, supervisor, restart. So I want device that 99.9% of the people can work with and can replicate. Ooh. Oh, nice. What we have here? We have observer. Info. Nice. We have network. HA network info. Everything is connection refused. Yeah, Ljubljana. It's great university. A lot of foreigners are going there to university. By the way, we also hear, Matt posted something on the Twitter today. Somebody was talking about the electricity prices in the UK, which is, we still do not have, at this point, we still do not have that radical price increase, but it will be from October, I think. And he posted somebody posted something like, let the government remove all the mortgages we have so we can pay the electricity. Then he said, or make the universities free, which we still have free university. We do have some, it can be called free healthcare, although the prices of the healthcare are, for the majority of people, non-existent. So you, for example, if I don't pay additional, so you can pay, I think, 9 euros a month for additional healthcare, whatever that is, and then you absolutely don't pay anything. If you don't pay that, then for example, if you go to doctor, there is a possibility that you have to pay 1.3 euros per visit, or that if you stay in the hospital, you get to pay 50 euros, something like that. So it's really minimum. There are top-ups, so you cannot end up with a bill that's 10,000 of euros or something like that. So there is maximum. But if you invest and pay, for example, 9 euros, you get completely free healthcare for whatever you want. We do still have healthcare, and we do still have universities that are free. Of course, there are universities that you can pay, and of course there is, if you do not pass the exams to enter the university, there is also a quota of people who are able to pay to go to that university. But let's call it like that. It's come on. I clicked and come on. Everybody wrote the link, so I can remove it. Report pornography. Remove. Johnny, you're faster than me. So, okay, what can we do? What can we do with the drunken sailor? What can we do with the drunken sailor? What can we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Yeah, that's correct, Neil. And by the way, hi, Neil. That's correct. I will be doing a video on that one. I was postponing it. I have cameras. I have everything. Johnny, yeah. You're the Ben Hammer. You are really the Ben Hammer here. I will be doing ESP cam video. I have 2 ESP cams. I have SD cards. I have everything for that. But as I said, I was really trying to find some other way on how to do it. I'm not sure that a lot of people will be willing to go that route. But if anybody else has any idea that isn't the read sensor for reading the meter, because my meter cannot be read with the read sensor, and I think that the gas company doesn't like if I try to open it. So yeah. Zelo dobro. Yeah. So what can I do with this machine? Let's I don't know. I will not be restoring from backup. Although if I will not be restoring from backup. Come on. Core HA core restart. I think that I will just scrap it and pull the machine from the backup. So about an hour before the stream started, I decided to reboot my recording setup. Yeah. Oh, Mark. Yeah, this is. And yeah, I had so much fun with. The problem, there is one problem with that video. There are a lot of problems with that video. I really had so much fun playing with the water, and at the beginning of the video I said thanks to Janja and Josip or Jojo. So Josip is my wife's cousin, and Janja is my wedding witness or whatever. So they're not just friends, but they are also family members and more. So we have spent a lot of time together, and they live in a house and they have a garden. So I called them up a couple of days. I think I recorded that on Monday because that was the first sunny day we had. And I called them up, I think on Friday or on Thursday. And I said, oh, listen, guys, I need your garden for like 10-15 minutes. And they said, okay, we are going on a vacation. If you can do recording on Saturday, we'll be home up until I don't know what. And on Saturday it started to rain, so I couldn't record because you need light for recording. So okay, so I talked to my wife, and she said, yeah, they went today at 9 o'clock on sea. Just ring and see if anybody's home. So I went there, and I was parking in their yard, and they were like there. They were still like packing for the vacation. I was like, okay. So they were like moving all those suitcases. Kids were like waiting for the vacation and blah blah. And in the middle of that, I was recording and playing around the house with the water, and it was fantastic. It was hot day, and I was using the GoPro cam and was recording those splashes of the water in the camera. But one thing I noticed that if you record video with 200 frames per second, which is great for slow motion, the audio cannot be slowed down. So the audio in that video is really playing at 30 frames per second, or it's not like slowed down. So I had to cheat and cut and do things with audio, which I'm not good at. But it was really fun to play with the irrigation system. And the other idea I had was to bring with me this. So they do not have Home Assistant. I don't know how they can live without Home Assistant. They do not have Home Assistant. So I also wanted to bring this and record part of the video using the Zigbee to MQTT, which is installed here, and this Sonoff stick. And I have no idea, this just stopped working. I spent Friday evening, Saturday whole day trying to get this working. I changed the cable, I installed it directly. Whatever I did, this stick simply didn't want to work anymore with Home Assistant. And then I remembered, oh God, but I also then have to create a network. I have to do something. No, I will not be recording the Home Assistant part. I will not be recording on site. I will record it when I get back home. Mark, PowerCalc, I love it. I still do have issues, power of video editing. Oh, it's not working. It's not restarting. It's just not doing anything. Can I do? No. Where is this keyboard? Let's see if it will reboot. I really need to fix my system. I don't know why. I've been back and forth with the author, and the author has seen the video. It's like I always butcher the names, and that's why when I record videos about the HSCS components or people from that have names in the GitHub, I somehow show it but don't say it, because I'm always afraid that I will butcher somebody's name, and I don't like that. And he left a message, he liked the video, and I was in a talk with him before I recorded the video, because as I said, I created the templates for this Elgato Keylight Air light. So these are the smaller lights. It took about 3.5 hours to do that. There's a script that runs that just like dims the lights, turns them on and off and things like that. And I said, oh, I really like your component. I don't want to do a video on them. And he said, no, don't do it. I'm introducing the new functionality to it, and this is the UI version. So these virtual power sensors were added in version 0.24. I was about to record video when the version was 0.23. So that's why I didn't record video a month. It was supposed to be recorded a month ago, but I wanted to wait for the release of the UI editor. That video was also 45 minutes long. and it was like out of that 45 minutes, I think I was talking for 40 minutes. Not that much of the time was, you know, silence that I can cut out. So I did cut out a lot of video. Unfortunately, I also did cut out a lot of the stuff that I would prefer to be there. But even now, I think it's about like 18-19 minutes. So it was just too long. So yeah, I had to cut all that stuff. You know, Ed, how it goes. You know, you talk too much. Slot B, okay, try one. I think that previously it was slot 1. So let's see what if this time it will boot. So there were a lot of things that were removed. A lot more about the UI stuff was removed. I didn't even cover the UI version of the groups. But on my main setup, I have 2 things that are not working. One is the shell device, which has its own power tracking. So I really should just, you know, convert this power to energy usage. And also one of my WLED strips, this one that's called Ledge, is also not working. I don't know how, and I don't have data from that in HomeSync, so I have to fix those 2 things also in my setup. Luis, sorry, what is the expensive and needs installation? Still not sure if it will work. If you talk about this son of device, yeah, it will not work. By the way, yeah, I do talk with Ed sometimes, you know, and because a lot of people that contact me with something also contact him, and for example, Aaron or Jeff or whoever. And by the way, also the Blackadder, which is also a guy from Croatia, you know, that site that has Tasmota information and Zigbee devices, database of the Zigbee devices and compatibility list. You can see if it's compatible with ZHA, Zigbee to MQTT, Domotic, and things like that. So this guy is also from Croatia. Maybe he will be on the meetup here in Zagreb. I talked with a lot of people about this. You know, I can be sarcastic a lot, and I'm a bit sarcastic, not just a bit, a lot sarcastic. You know, people in the office avoid me. I'm just kidding. I don't like. Yeah, it is, Alan. There is a problem. This stream wasn't supposed to be, but before the stream I messed something up, and there is something seriously wrong with this system now. I cannot pinpoint what's the issue. I think I may know what can be one of the issues, but I still don't think that this can be the main issue. So we need content as content creators. And when, for example, Sonoff says, oh, listen, we have NS panel plus, it's top secret, hush, you cannot tell anybody about it until the 8th of August, but we will be sending you one month prior to that so you can test it and see it. And I know that Ed also received it, and I know that Blackadder received it. And even, you know, we all had embargo on it, meaning that we cannot publish any information about it. Then a couple of days later, they said, you can publish the image of the device, but don't power it. That later on, you can power it, but you cannot say anything about it. Then, you know, you're like, they themselves are using us as a platform to create hype, although you cannot get hype from me. I'm hyped about everything, so nothing is really hyped at the end. But they really wanted us to create through us hype about this device. I see that some of the creators have posted videos about that one. I said to Ed that I will not be posting anything. Why? And I will show you why. why, tell me why, tell me. NS panel plus. Not this one, not this one, not this one, not, we will ignore word. Okay, this one. Philips Hue, IKEA, and Eli. Let me find. No, it's not. Yeah, damn it, exactly. It's not this site. It was that ITEAD site. How it's called? ITEAD. I cannot find it. So on that pre-release site, where the pre-release information about this device was located, in bold letters you could see that it's compatible and works with Home Assistant. It doesn't. I don't like misleading information. There is no way currently to hook it up to Home Assistant, and one of the reasons that I didn't want to do video because come on, keeping the fingers crossed, come on, keeping the fingers crossed. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to do video on that. Second, I must say that if let's forget, let me just change this screen a bit. Let's leave this loading. Let's go to this one here. So the screen is really nice. The ability to add directly camera to it is awesome. My wife said we're going to install this one because she likes the idea. I said I will change this camera to other camera where the door is, so she can see, for example, who is at the door. That's great. The ability to have, where is it? Add device. Zigbee hub inside is awesome. But if you remember, on that screen they said Philips lights and IKEA lights and some of the E lights are compatible, but they are not. Ad posted. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we'll be just chatting this stream, and I will be recovering that one later. I'm not interested. So not all the IKEA lights work. Ed posted something on the Twitter. They've seen the post. They said, okay, listen, just send us the device ID. We will be adding that one. It's great that they want to add those devices, but as far as I know, it's still misleading to sell device as Home Assistant compatible, which at the end, this device is not. Previous NS panel, whatever you did, you could have added it through Tasmota or to ESP. I forgot what was the procedure to add the previous one. It's still not compatible. For the device to be compatible, you have to open the box, unbox it, plug it in, and it has to be compatible with what you say is compatible. Okay, so they did say that we are currently at the version 1.2.5. So the version of the app version is 1.2.5. They said that in the version 1.3 it will be compatible, but if we also read between the lines and what they posted on their website about pre-release information, etc., they said that it will be compatible or work with Home Assistant if you install EV-Link add-on in Home Assistant, which, by the way, is not just not endorsed by Home Assistant, but guys from the Home Assistant devs are saying don't install this app. It's completely against everything what add-on should look like and how it should work. On my recording setup, I have it set up. I did test it. It didn't work. There was no way for me to add this device to EV-Link add-on in Home Assistant, and also devices that I imported in EV-Link add-on in Home Assistant, I wasn't able to publish to this device. So, okay, we are still waiting for the version of firmware 1.3. But if version of 1.3 firmware arrives, and if it will work with EV-Link add-on in Home Assistant, I still will not recommend it as device that is to be used in Home Assistant. I'm not sure, Ed, if you remember, where was it? Was it on the Discord? Was it on the Twitter? Where did Frank talk about the issues about the EV-Link add-on? And he said that previously they made public statement that this add-on, which you can add to Home Assistant through custom repositories, is something that it should be avoided at all costs. Twitter. Okay, so yeah, on Twitter, and if devs say don't use it, we can use it, and I can create video about it, but they have reason to say why device or why application should be avoided. I think the biggest issue here, or the reason, is that this really device is sucking up all the entities from Home Assistant or devices that you import in it, and it sends them to cloud. Yeah. So if I ignore Home Assistant, if I, for example, would be dumb user, this is my first device, I already have EV-Link app installed. It's very nice device, and as I mentioned, my wife really liked the user interface, liked the ability to have this installed somewhere, where you can see the forecast time. As I said, you can see the camera here. If you, for example, also have some kind of light or something that you can switch the light on or off. It's not bad device, but what I didn't know is that this device is nothing new. If you go to AliExpress, and I posted on the Discord channel, I think, where, let me I will post the link here. I will post also. I'm ranting a lot. Yeah, sorry guys for that. I apologize. Come on, let's copy. Oh, it's opening up here. Let me also post it here. This is not affiliated link. I really should start monetizing things a lot more than I'm. Come on. So don't worry. This link is not monetized. You can. What's going on? It doesn't want to. Zen. Okay, so the point is, Aqara Smart Scene Panel Switch, Zigbee 3.0, 3.95 inch touchscreen. Professional YouTuber. That same device can be bought. It works with Apple HomeKit. Yes, it is underneath. It is Android 8. Oh no, this one. No. Sorry, this one is a Zigbee switch. No. Sorry. I apologize. This one is Zigbee switch. No, ignore what I said. There is another link. I will have to find it and post it. So there is the other companies are already selling this same device. So it's nothing brand new. It's been selling. It has been on the market since the March or April. But what I said, this one is Zigbee device, so you can add this device via Zigbee to MQTT and have this device in Home Assistant. This one is not Android device. This one is Android device. This is Zigbee to MQTT device that you can then through Zigbee to MQTT push the switches to it, backgrounds, change backgrounds, styles, etc. But this is Zigbee switch. On the other hand, 140 euros. Yeah, I wouldn't pay that much. I really wouldn't pay that much for similar device. It would be cheaper to do what Aaron did and, you know, install the tablet on the wall and have the dashboard on that there on that device there, and that's it. So I'm really not sure. I'm starting really to hate when companies do things like that. You know, they sometimes ask me, you know, what's the cost of you doing review? I don't do reviews, as I mentioned. I don't do reviews. I hope I will never create a single review. But I want devices that work. If they can work locally, it's even better. That are supported by Home Assistant, and that's my, I would say, the only goal. Something's not working. So yeah, end of rant. I had couple of companies, you know, how much money do you want to do review of a product? I will, if I like the product, I will do review for free because I like, you know, playing with new stuff. And if it works with Home Assistant, I will publish that video. There are a lot of devices that I have that I never ever recorded video, and I'm so sorry for a couple of devices because my mistake was when I was talking with them, I didn't explicitly say what type. For example, they have 3 devices and they sent me the Wi-Fi version and I wanted Zigbee version. So yeah. Oh, by the way, Ed is getting prepared for his own stream. One of the things that I wanted to ask you. I don't know how many of you is living in the apartment and what's the percentage of people living apartment. Set up. I will just wipe the disk. I have already prepared. Let's put down. Yeah, I agree, Tam, and if I would do that, I would definitely be going that route. So, Jeff, house here. Okay, so let's not talk politics. Let's talk about reality. A lot of the people will start to have issues with cost of gas and electricity this winter in the EU, unfortunately. One of the things I did, which was not related to this, but ended up, you know, just like good timing, is I replaced my old gas heater boiler with the new one, which is, the old one was, let's say, 15 years old or 20 years old. I have new one, the latest. I bought the latest whatever I could get in terms of technology and everything, just to, you know, make sure that if it's using gas, that I use as less as possible to get maximum heat out of it, to be optimized in all the ways that it can be optimized. And this is one of the videos I will be publishing later on when the heating season starts, as part of the Energy Challenge series of videos. Yeah, so I cannot do anything about heating. Here in Croatia, I would say that 60% of the population, or almost all cities are heated in one way or the other via the gas. There are some that are heating themselves with the AC, but this is mostly the coastline, which has, I would say, mild climate. We also use gas for the cooking. I cannot do anything about that. So yeah, I can convert everything to electricity in terms of the food preparation, but in terms of heating, I have to stick with the gas. The second problem, of course, is electricity, which is great because I have been collecting my electricity usage information for the last 2 years. For the last 2 years, for each of the day, I have information how much electricity was used in peak, off peak, during the day, and also during the night, because it doesn't have to overlap. You know, peak and off peak sometimes do not overlap the real. Okay, let's just quickly edit this one. So CPU, that's 2, memory, let's set 4, storage, network, others. I cannot add. Okay, action. Let me quickly set up this. So what I have to do is from the current recording setup, I have to remove those 2 sticks. And then to the new virtual machine I had to add those 2 sticks. 1 second one. Okay. Next, it's 32 gigs. Action edit. I will increase the storage to 64 gigs. No, 128. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, as I was saying, I have a lot of information about my home electricity usage. When we were back on the vacation on the seaside, I used to check the graphs of the electricity, and usually my apartment is at minimum using 250 watts of power. This is all the standby devices, my UPS on which I have router, access points, switches, PoE switches, cameras, etc. It's roughly minimum baseline is, let's say, 250 watts of electricity. So if I don't turn a single light on, it's 250 watts all the time, anytime, whatever I do. But I was looking something at, I have to thank René, he's not here currently. He posted the link on Twitter. He was retweeting or commenting something on a German tweet. And I started, I went there, browsed the web, and I liked something, and that is a grid tie micro inverter. So it's it's a solar panel for apartments. It's solar panel for all those that are not living in houses. It's solar panel 1 or 2 or maybe even 3, but there are some caps that you have to avoid going over. The idea is you have balcony, you have solar panel. That solar panel has microinverter, grid tie microinverter, which range from, I think the minimum is 120 watts up to 700 watts, I think. The smallest models can support only 1 panel. The bigger models can support 2 panels per microinverter, although I would still recommend one grid tie microinverter per solar panel. So what's the difference between the balcony solar panel and the house solar panel? Grid tie microinverters are used to lower your energy use from the grid. You hook it up directly to the electricity. So you have Shuko outlet, you plug the solar panel directly to the Shuko outlet. No anything is needed you just it looks like a device, you just plug it in the socket, and then your apartment is using power primarily from that solar panel if it's producing electricity at that time. If not, it pulls the rest or all the power from the grid. So that's one of my next projects. I'm currently still saving up for that project because I do a lot of stuff. I don't just get stuff, I also order stuff, and I spend really a lot of money, and thanks to YouTube channel members for their contribution to this pool of money that get used, and thanks for each and every one of you who is watching my videos and maybe even not skipping the ads or watching videos for a longer period of time, because you are helping me get some money from YouTube, which at the end I usually double that with my own money and spend it on something. So I'm still saving up for that, but the idea is and I know a couple of my colleagues from the work are really interested to see if this will work. So the idea is, what I will do, I will buy, I've already found one microinverter that I want to get. It's not the cheapest one. It's not the only reason why I will be going for that specific inverter is that specific inverter is Smart Life / Tuya compatible, and that's the only microinverter in the whole wide world that I was able to find that had compatibility with Smart Life, which had compatibility with Tuya, which at the end gives you some potential that it could be integrated in Home Assistant in terms of its own analytics on the solar production and status of the solar panel and microinverter. All the other ones allow you to get the data, but data goes like this. You have to have solar panel, you have to have microinverter, then you have to have data module that intercepts data wirelessly via either 433 megahertz network or the whatever, and then sends it to some whatever Chinese server, and then you log to that server and check the data there. So my idea is to go for that one. That I also contacted a couple of suppliers that have listed on their website that their panels, that their microinverters are Zigbee compatible, which would be the best option, because if it's Zigbee compatible, it means that you can pull the data and everything stays locally. But unfortunately, they said that no, this is the option. If somebody wants to do OEM microinverters, they can order them with the Zigbee module, but they themselves do not have anything ready for the Zigbee network. So yeah, that's one of the future videos. I'm still saving up for everything because I have to get that microinverter. It will be around 100, and yeah, it also so I was able to get into the Tuya Expo network, which is really a network for the companies that want to build Tuya compatible devices, or the factories that do OEM for Tuya companies. So for example, Lidl went there and then they built their own Zigbee hubs and lights and everything. They went through that network. So I was able to get in that network. I was able to attend 2 conferences on that, and I found out that this device at the factory, if you order one piece, is selling for $90, 90, and if I go to Ali store and try to buy it as end user, I will pay around 160 euros. So I'm a bit, not happy about that. So I'm still trying to find a way how I can get it for $90 instead of a lot more euros. And then I also have to buy the solar panel. I already did find a couple of solar panels. We are now joking that nobody will be buying solar panels so soon because government locally here has just released the information that they will be cutting down the VAT on the solar panels, so the prices of solar panels should go down. Although on the other hand, maybe just the companies that are selling them will now just say, no, this is the same price, but now you don't have to pay VAT. I saw some solar blinds advertised provide power and they are closed. If they're installed inside, then they'll switch to glass. Oh, switches off. Mark, yeah. Yeah, I do, but for example, in that 250 watts go a lot of systems that use that. For example, this setup was powered off completely out of the socket, so it wasn't using anything. But as I said, I cannot lift it up. But anybody interested in a video on how to replace the batteries inside the APC UPS, because my UPS died and I had improper shutdown on both of my Synology. All my network was down, everything was down because the battery is just dead, and I'm now waiting for 10 days for batteries to arrive because nobody local is keeping any stock because there is no stock in the world anymore. So what I was saying, this what was used, okay, was standby for the TV and media center, but then also I have one switch and some devices that cannot be powered down, so there are still some devices that I can power down. But the idea is of this micro inverter and solar panel on the balcony is that it would offset some of the minimum load that my apartment is using all the time. For example, it could in the sunny day offset all my power usage for all the Synology devices, network equipment, cameras, etc. So the idea for that is not to eliminate, because it will be grid tied microinverter. It will be it will not be able to store any electricity. It will just be able to spin down or spin your electricity meter slower, because partially electricity will be used from the solar panel. So yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Horst, it does, and it really, I have to say that I'm really grateful, since I started to be able to earn anything on YouTube, and it offsets around 30, depending on the month, but at least 30 to 50% of money that I use on the buying of various items around videos I create and stuff I do. It offsets that. I still do spend money, but less than I spent 3 years ago. So yeah, that's really, and I'm really grateful for that. For example, oh yeah, by the way, one video I will be creating is something that I bought also this summer, which is completely not related to this. But I had so much fun. It is DJI Mini SE that I bought, and I know that Alpha is not here, Alexei is not here. He's expecting a video, and I will definitely be creating. Why did it power this up? Power on. So I will be creating video on the DJI drone. So yeah, money did went in there also. And in GoPro camera, in this Elgato camera, in this Elgato mic, in this Elgato arm stand, and in the Elgato lights, and the green screen, and yeah. So you can do without most of that stuff, but at the end you do need lights, you do need camera, you do need good microphone. I have still, I was really, yeah. Did you order ND filters? ND filters. What's ND filters? Alan, what's that? Oh, my hair. Yeah. Don't know what's the ND filter. So, okay. So, before I wrap up the stream, we still have 15 minutes because we have to go. Yeah, because Ed has stream at 8 o'clock, and I'll be also going there to see him. What's he doing? Natural density light field. No, I didn't. What I wanted to say is that what's the current schedule and what I will be doing. Sorry, Kirill. Yeah, last name. I see that interface here is either. I will change this to SATA. I just want to see if it will start up because this recording setup was, yeah, it's gone. So let me open a calendar here. On the next week, I'm still not sure what video will I be making. I long overdue is video about this one, but I still didn't manage to hook up the Raspberry Pi 02W, and I want to do video on both Raspberry Pi 4 and also to see if it can work with the Raspberry Pi as a small display for it. It may be next week, but if it doesn't, I'm still not sure what other options are. There is a list of videos that I have to record. On the 31st, I will be having a sponsored video. This one will be about the energy challenge. It will be fun. Don't kill me for sponsored video, but this was offered that I simply, probably that sponsored video will be going towards the next project, and that is a solar panel and microinverter. But I think it will be fun. It's one video in the series of energy challenges. You know, if this then that, Brian, a lot of other creators are included to that, so that video will be released on 31st, on 7th, and then there will be a stream on 3rd of September. Then there will be a video on 7th of September. Of course, channel members get to see videos at least one day early. I tried to do it 2 days before, but I failed usually, so it's 1 day before it's officially released. On 7th of September, there will be video about the Home Assistant 2022.9, so September version. And then, just give me a second, and then I'm not sure if on the stream that will be on the 3rd or on the stream that will be on 17th, we will be having additional giveaway. That is not something at the beginning of the stream I showed you. I said I will be having 3 giveaways. One will be on the meetup, the second one will be for YouTube channel members, and the third one will be for everybody who is my YouTube subscriber. So yeah, but there will also be one stream, and as I said, I'm not still sure if it will be on the 3rd or the 17th. I think that it may be on the 3rd, but we will see. We will be having a specific giveaway. We will be looking for your ideas, and the best ideas will win something. So we will see that. Any news on DSM-7 compatibility? No, I've seen that there were a lot of issues, Mark, with the USB pass-through and the USB sticks once again with 7.1, so I didn't update my recording setup. We will see how this will go. Oh, this one is not also booting up. What's it here? It's stuck on the same thing. Docker application, container engine. Okay, so those engines are great. Increase contrast and give more options on control calls and balancing post-processing. No, I didn't order both for the GoPro camera, which I love, but it costs really a lot. And for the DJI, nope, no. J After Dark. Welcome. You are, yeah, almost at the end of the stream. So looks like even my new VM that I've created is stuck on the almost the same thing. It's starting job. This was the error before the stream started. This was the error that was repeating itself. It was some kind of a boot loop. It would wait for this Docker application container engine to start. It would fail. It would then give two errors. One is the command line interface. Oh no, SSH didn't work, and the other one was, let me check. I posted it on a hidden forum. Okay, no, some spoilers which I cannot talk about. So one was the dependency failed for the drop bear SSH daemon, and the other one was dependency failed for the HASS-OS supervisor. So those two would fail after it got stuck here, and then it went into the boot loop. So yeah, what I'll do, I simply will scrap everything, install Home Assistant from the beginning, and pull. I have all the backups here from, just a second. Nope. So I have backups for the last, from April till 9. So yeah, I will pull just the latest backup and restore the backup, and that's it. I'm a bit not happy with that. So yeah, any final questions before we end up the stream? Because ad is starting in 7 minutes and we want to see if this once again will work. If you stay on the stream till the end, when I finish the stream, you should be automatically routed to the ad stream. Yeah, YouTube is copying Twitch rates, something like that. Okay, did I miss anything in check? Check. Hey, Squid. Wow. Ian, what? Yeah, Ian. So, as I said, I'm really looking forward to try and play with this microinverter and the solar panel. I don't know if I will be able to measure, if I don't get this working with the Smart Life app and Tuya inside Home Assistant, I will try to use a Shelly plug S and see if it can measure, you know, power flowing the other direction. Even if it has negative values, it's also okay because I can see the offset there, and also I will see from the Shelly EM that it's tracking the power usage at my, you know, main phase or fuse box. I can see if it is lower than it was or not. So I'm really looking forward to play with that, but it will take some time. As I said, I'm still waiting for the company that I found to respond, and they are really slow. And also I'm trying to get that one, as I said, for the $90, and not 160 euros. So that's that. Yeah, it is. And as I said, a lot of guys in my company, I talked with them, are also looking to see if they can use it to also offset the energy bill. You know, if for example you have two microinverters with two solar panels that are on a sunny side, and they give you, even during the winter, let's say 30% of the power, and let's say that each panel is 300 watts, so you get, you know, 200 watts from 600 watt panels. It's also nice offset and should keep the energy bills down. So yeah, Any other questions? Okay. Twitter. Okay, let's see what's going on here. By the way, if you didn't subscribe, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, it's called like button. Smash that like button. How does Nero 3D say it? I forgot. He has some kind of saying for that. So yeah, we should be ending up right now. Squid, thank you once again. Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks Ian for becoming a member. Hope I'll see you next time. The next stream should be. I'm really trying to keep up with the two streams per month, or one stream every 2 weeks. So yeah, you know the schedule. I will think of something what I'll record next week. I'm not sure. I will not be definitely recording. Why is this one not working? Have I turned it? Yeah, I've turned it off. The animation is cool. It's cool. It has sound, but don't bite. Don't bite. So yeah. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's see what we can do for 2 minutes. We can check this one. No. Oh, this one. It's also not. It's also not working. What happened? What's going on here? I really don't understand what's going on here. Command line interface not starting. Sound. HA info. Yeah, so I will be playing. I don't think that I will be. System is not ready with states set up. Let's see what IP address does this one have. 146. Let's see if it started. Alan, unfortunately, somehow I do have snapshot. Maybe I will reload the snapshot on of the virtual machine, but I'm really not sure how it manages. But it looks like data inside the VM is corrupted, not the disk itself. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I will just simply delete this one. This one I did install a couple of weeks ago because I will having. Those logs are from VM. This is from the connect. When you press the connect, it connects to the command line interface of the virtual machine. So this is the command line interface of Home Assistant VM. I'm really not sure what's going on. I do have one disk that is failing, but this shouldn't be the problem, I think, for this. It says that this disk has become critical because it now has 37 errors, but everything else is working normally. It's in SHR mode, so everything is in the RAID. Even if this disk fails, it should still work. So I'm really not sure what's going on here. Yeah, maybe it's just bad day. Okay, let's see what's the time. 8 o'clock. Everybody, thanks for watching. Really awesome stream. I hope you had fun too. Oh, I'll send you Teams message, Alan. Let's go to add stream. Thank you all. Squid, thank you. Alan, thanks for showing up. Mark, Ian, Teme, Johnny, Aaron, and everybody who was here. I'll be seeing you next time. Until then, bye-bye and enjoy it at stream. And yes, click like.